about that lad Khamzat Chimaev?
It's a middleweight meetup here, meat boy, and this one's pretty tough because you got two middleweights, Sergi Pano going one way and Iron Turtle sort of surging in the other direction. But sometimes with these middle of the pack middleweights, you never know what you're gonna get. But this one should be a banger either way. 23-6 is Sergi Pano, 5-2 in the UFC. Started out 5-0, but has since lost two straight. Got finished in both of them. The first was to Brendan Allen. Second was to Paul Craig, which might be more concerning. And he has been winning some BJJ tourneys lately, but it's like Andre Muniz, that's what been your bread and butter this entire time. So for me to see that he's been winning some recent BJJ tournaments, I wonder if his focus should be elsewhere perhaps, because he's kind of been getting dominated and controlled in these last two fights. And he's taking on Iron Turtle, who is 7-2 in the UFC, 17-5 overall, and this guy's won 4 in a row. And each fight he starts to get better and better. He's picking up finish after finish. I mean, Albert Duraev got absolutely smoked when they fought in July, and same thing happened to Tululin. Same thing happened to Ugly Man Joe. And while yes, those are very bad fighters, they've been some pretty solid finishes for Iron Turtle. So in this one, he's kind of a sizable favorite. It seems like the odds makers and the fans have hopped off the Sergi Pano hype train and are firm aboard the Iron Turtle shell. So are you rolling with Jun Young Park at -175, or is Andre Muniz at +145? Better rediscover yourself.
Yeah, this is such a great fight. I get why everyone's saying Iron Turtle. He's been looking absolutely phenomenal his last few bouts. Dude is absolutely made of iron, and he absolutely throws meat bombs. Can Andre Muniz survive those meat bombs? Only time will tell. And I think we're going to find out that this weekend, this is going to be a dominant comeback for Muniz. He has the reach. He's going to have the size advantage. He's going to have the grappling advantage. If it hits the mat, we already know that's a nap time.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting, right, how this fight does play out. And for as long as it is on the feet, I do think Iron Turtle will have the advantage there. But if Sergi Pano can impose his will onto Iron Turtle like he did against the other fighters he had success against before this recent L streak, then perhaps that could be a solid recipe for sure. But if you're going Muniz, do you think that he's going to take Iron Turtle down early, easy, light work, and be able to keep him there and control him? And any impact that the UFC Apex cage will play on that? Because, I mean, Jun Young Park is basically an Apex legend at this point. All this dude's fights are in the Apex, so he's used to the cage. He's fought against some guys who tried to impose a similar game. Do you see that playing into it at all?
I don't know. I just think Muniz, he has to come back from this. So I think it doesn't matter what Park's game plan is going to be. I think Muniz is going to be ready for it. If Muniz doesn't, he's probably going to beat KFC. Like, let's be honest. Like, he has not looked good those last two bouts, so he's really got to step it up. I like him as that nice juicy dog because there was a point where everyone was very hyped on this kid, saying he's the future champ, the future GOAT. It's changed a lot because now we have the Iron Turtle as a big favorite against this man. So this is going to be a great fight, close fight. Maybe Muniz gets slept early, or Muniz gets a submission in the second or third round. I'm probably gonna dink the submission for Muniz prop. That's probably gonna be the most likely if he is gonna get the upset. I doubt he wins by decision.
Yeah, and you gotta imagine you'll probably be getting upwards of +200 for the Muniz submission prop, so there probably is some serious life there. We have seen Iron Turtle succumb to him before, so maybe that's a pathway, but nonetheless, 78% is pretty bullish on the Turtle, meat boy, 22% rolling with Sergi Pano. Basically all copper for the sub there, and a lot of brown for the par KO, and I'm actually with Tapology, meat boy. I think that Andre Muniz, to your earlier point, is definitely BKFC bound. He's getting slept in this one by the Iron Turtle, and I do see a world where Iron Turtle dominates and maybe makes one silly mistake on the ground. He's landed some vicious ground and pound, and Sergi Pano finds a way to snap his arm or something. But if he can avoid that YOLO arm snap, then I do think Iron Turtle is going to put out Andre Muniz, send him packing, and justify these odds and justify all the reasons why people have abandoned the Sergi Pano hype train. So I'm going with Jun Young Park, going by TKO. Any last thoughts?
No, great fight, fun fight nonetheless. Don't comments if you're taking it. Why? Smash me, subscribe.